Hi, I'm Dr. Lim. In the last video, we looked at the intrinsic factors, namely your muscles, your balance, and your brain. Today, we are looking at the extrinsic factors, which is your environment. You can have the strongest legs in Ipoh, but if you step on a loose rug or sleep in a dark hallway, gravity still wins. You will fall. So let's do a mental walkthrough of a typical Malaysian home. First, let's look at the floor. The biggest enemy here is clutter. Number one, the loose rugs. I know we love floor mats. We put one in the kitchen, we put one by the toilet, but if you test it with your foot, if you kick it and it slides, it's a false hazard. The fix is to remove them. If you really need them to absorb water, use mats with heavy, non-slip rubber backings or tape them down. The second thing to look for are the wires. Extension cords running across a walkway are a trip waiting to happen. The fix is to route them behind furniture or tape them securely to the wall. Number three is daily obstacles. Things like newspapers, grandchildren's toys, or tools on the floor. The fix sounds simple, but keeping your main walking paths clear is the easiest way to prevent a fall. You shouldn't have to navigate an obstacle course just to get a glass of water. Next, let's talk about the bathroom. Statistically, this is the most dangerous room because hard towels plus water plus soak equals to ice skating rink. So what should you use? The fix is to install proper grab bars. These need to be drilled into the wall securely. And here's a tip. If you aren't sure where to put them, consult an occupational therapist. They can assess exactly where you need support, whether it's next to a toilet or inside the shower area. Now, let's look at the floor inside the shower. Many people buy these non-slip mats, and I want you to be very careful with those. First, they add height to the floor, which is a tripping hazard. Second, if you don't clean them daily, soap scum builds up and the mat itself becomes slippery. A better, more permanent fix is an anti-slip floor coating. You can hire a professional to do this or build a DIY solution from a hardware store. It's a liquid treatment that creates friction on your existing tiles. It is invisible and it looks just like your normal floor. But when it gets wet, it grips your foot like sandpaper. It is affordable, hygienic, and it doesn't create a trip hazard like a mat does. But if you must use a rubber mat, please ensure it has a low profile edge, and you must scrub the underside every single week to stop mold from growing. Finally, if you already feel unsteady, don't force yourself to stand. Get a shower chair. There is no shame in sitting down to shower safely. Now let's move to the transition zones, namely the stairs and the hallway. First is the stairs. As we age, our depth perception fades. A white step looks exactly like a white floor. Go to the hardware store and buy a roll of black or yellow non-slip tape. Stick a strip on the edge of every step. Now your brain instantly sees exactly where the step ends. It's a cheap fix that prevents major accidents. Second is the hallway. Do you find yourself touching the wall or holding onto the sofa as you walk down the hall? We call this furniture surfing. And here's the risk. Furniture moves. If you need support, install proper handrails along the corridor. Finally, the 3 AM test. If you wake up to use the toilet, can you see the floor? Fumbling for a switch in the dark often leads to a fall. The fix is motion sensor lights. You can buy battery-operated ones that stick to the wall or sensor bulbs. As soon as your feet hit the floor, the path should be lit. One last thing, it's not just about the floor, it's about what's on your feet. Walking barefoot on smooth tiles offers zero protection, but wearing those loose, floppy Japanese slippers is even worse. They are a trip hazard. The ideal indoor shoe should have a rubber grip sole and ideally a heel bag or a strap. The shoe should hold your foot. your toes shouldn't have to claw the slipper to keep on. So, we have covered the body in video 1 and the home in video 2. But what if your house is safe and your muscles are strong, but you still feel dizzy every time you stand up? It might be the pills you took this morning. In the next video, we'll talk about the chemical causes of falls and why your blood pressure medicine might be working too well. See you then. Bye.